Well, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for another episode of What's Going On, where we talk about what's going on. I am your host for the evening, Jen Cares, and tonight we welcome Jamie Watkins, owner of My Piece of Happy. Her message is deeply rooted in self love, purpose, and lifestyle success. It fosters connections that inspire growth. So let's get on into it. Good evening, Jamie. How are you?
Hello, hello. I'm well. How are you?
It's a good day. It's Tuesday. It's nice outside, depending where you are. Spring has arrived.
Yes, yes. Let's hope it's here to stay.
Because that blizzard we got the other day. We are so happy to have you, friends that have joined in, our fellow swaggers. Be sure to drop any comments. Be sure to like, comment, and share because the conversation is getting started now. So, Jamie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Jamie Watkins, as you so warmly introduced me, and I am the CEO and founder of My Piece of Happy, PEACE. I'm an author, coach, a speaker, all in the space of wellness and purpose.
Very nice, very nice. I love it. And tonight we're going to chat about three different areas of life. But I love a tough but needed conversation, right? So we're going to get right on into it. My piece of happy. What is it? What do you do with my piece of happy?
Oh, all right into it.
Yes.
My piece of happy, I define as the ultimate fulfillment. And it's a combination of that self-love, wellness, and purpose combined into finding your piece of happy. Um, I am a, Jesus girl. So, right, that peace that passes all understanding, that's tied
Mm-hmm.
to your faith and your purpose and being in alignment, and
Yeah.
that happiness that comes from being in a cultivating wellness and then loving yourself, right? So self
Mm-hmm.
love is essential part of that, even in believing, loving yourself enough to believe, right, that love
Mm-hmm.
that God has for us. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just a combination of goodness.
Yes, yes. I like it. What is self love? Because I think sometimes we don't quite know what it is because we're already thinking self care is selfish. Now you want me to love myself? What is that?
Yeah, no. Anything but it's selfless, I like to
Mm,
say, right?
yes.
Because it's loving yourself enough to say, like, I and enough, loving myself enough because I understand that I am assigned to people and people are assigned to me, right? We're quick to give, especially women, right? We have this nurturing spirit about us and we will give ourselves away if we're not careful. And we
Mm,
do a disservice to ourselves and others when we do that because even think about mothers, right?
yeah.
The biggest flack for like self-love, like how dare you, right?
Mhm,
When you have these children and then mom guilt kicks in. But the disservice we do to our children when we
mhm,
don't show whole, when we haven't done the self-love, the healing, when we haven't taken the time to not dump our trauma onto our children, right? And so
mhm.
self-love to me is essential and selfless because we are loving ourselves enough to pour ourselves out in a healthy way,
Yes.
to give of ourselves from an overflow, right? So,
Mhm.
I don't believe in even the half full,
Yeah, yeah.
serve out of an overflow. Like I want you to get what's in the saucer because I'm constantly filling myself up. And
Yes.
so I think that that's a healthier space to be in as
Mhm, mhm.
opposed to trying to constantly just scrape the bottom of the cup to give what's left.
Yeah. Trying to scrape to get what's left. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. And it's
So,
also good for us to I like it. We because sometimes we are scraping about like, is there anything left
right.
in here for
Anything
me?
left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to get that last drop. I like it. I
Mhm.
like it. So you're also let me stick with my piece of happy for another second. How did you come up with that name? Because that's so decent. I love it. My piece of
Yes,
happiness.
I have fallen so in love with it, and I attribute it to my sister
Okay.
because all those good things that well, I have three sisters. One has
Okay.
passed, but my sister Alma, um, all those things that I said it is, right? That was a mouthful. And so
Mm-hmm.
having this conversation with her, saying like, okay, because it started as a blog. That those that don't know the history, I was like, okay, what can I do with what I have?
Uh,
I started this blog, and I'm like, I need a name, and
yeah.
I'm going through all those things. Like, I want to help the woman that's where I was, right?
Mm.
That thought she had to find her happiness in someone else or something else. So I'm saying these things like happy, peace, all, and
Yeah.
then she's just like, why don't you just do my piece of happy, like, and spell it like peace? And I'm like, it was just like and we were
Yes.
like, tons of things. It was like, nope, nope,
Yes.
nope. When she
Yes.
got to that, it was like, that's it. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like it because you have to find what resonates with you. I like
Yeah.
to play on words. Another part of it, of what you said too, was interesting. When I was reading like the information on you, looking you up and things, I that came to mind. I felt like you were becoming the you that you felt that you needed to be able to help somebody else. So when you needed happy, when you needed peace, you're trying to help empower others of how to get that peace, how to get that happy, and what that looks like. So I
Exactly.
just love it.
I think we're all on that assignment. I believe that's the beauty in our testimony,
Yeah.
that what we go through is never just for us.
Mm.
It's never just for us. It's for us, and then the people again assigned to us, the person that's where we were, that they need to know, like, girl, it could get better. Like, you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to.
Yes.
And I always want to remember what that felt like. Like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
one of the run from the past, or like when people are like, don't live, you can't live back there, or like, don't look behind you.
Mm-hmm.
To look behind me, not to stay there, but to see who might be there, that
Yes.
I know what that, like, I remember what that feels
Yes.
like.
Yes.
You know, I know how hard it is for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, oh, you're always so happy. Like, it comes easy now because I can
Mm.
choose it and I can
Yeah.
decide. But I remember when it was not
Mm.
easy. So yeah.
So can we go there for a moment?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
where
So
we going?
can you share with us about that process of finding purpose through your pain? Because you talk about going through and getting on the other side of it. And some people are like, but I'm still stuck in it, sis. Or I just got in it and I don't even know what the heck is going on. How can I find purpose? And it hurts me.
Yes, it does. It was a painful place. My pivotal moment was after trying to create for myself this happiness, checking all the boxes, right? Finding happily ever after. I
Mhm.
married my high school sweetheart. And inevitably, it became, or I shouldn't even say inevitably, it was just, I was too young to see, right?
Mhm.
We didn't know what we were doing, but it was a toxic relationship and it just wasn't healthy. And the more I tried to fix it, it was like the worse it got.
Mm.
And so I was just trying to get it right. And I'd say the quotes, right? Because who
Yeah.
said, right?
Mhm.
Check all the boxes, like, I did everything right. Again, that Jesus
Mhm.
girl thing can trip you up sometimes, but
Mm.
it
Mm.
was like, gonna get married and we got the house and then we had the kids and then we're gonna, like, like, check, check, check. But somewhere
Mhm.
in there, I never figured out self-love
Mm.
was not the narrative that it is now.
Mm.
I was 21 when I got married, right? Like, my frontal lobe, when I learned that, like,
Yeah.
it's still developing. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I didn't know what self-love was or wasn't. I just
Mhm.
didn't even have the concept of it. And so
Mhm.
I lost myself before I even knew who I was.
Mm.
And so inside of that relationship ultimately led me to this dark place of, like, I'm unlovable. I believe the stories that were told.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm too hard to love. I'm not worthy.
Mm.
And it came to a place after 18 years together, 13 married, where a conversation was had where, okay, we're just going to be mom and dad. We're not going to do the husband and wife thing,
Mhm. Mhm.
counseling anymore. And so I had to grieve within the relationship at that time that I
Yeah.
was never going to have this, my piece of happy, right? I was never going to have this
Yeah.
happily ever
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Um, and it was some PT, like, writing my book, I kind of like uncover, like, okay, that's probably what that was from, like losing my brother at 9 and making this bucket list of these
Mhm.
things I wanted to experience before I was 21, because that's when
Yeah.
he died. This reality of mortality, right? Like, you may
Mhm.
not live.
Mhm.
And so I made this list and I was so focused, like the controlling, the OCD, the perfectionism to try to get this thing. I missed all the red flags. I missed all the, like, stop signs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I need to check this box.
Yes.
So from that place of losing myself, and I own it
Mm.
because I allowed myself to believe those lies. And the more I healed and the more I went through, I realized, really, that's all you. It's never
Yeah.
nothing this person said. It's
Mhm.
nothing the person did, because they never changed. The only thing
Mhm.
that changed was my perspective of who I was, who God said I was, and my decisions and choices that I made. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's where I help people that are like, I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
not really stuck. It just feels like you're stuck because time is gonna move with or without you, right? Like you
With
can not
or
move.
without you.
Look at your knees, okay? Look at your head. Like whether you think you
Ouch.
might think you stuck, but like these lines are telling me different, right? Like
Yes.
time is going on. Um,
Yes.
so we just need to be present, right?
Yes.
And and figure out what we're gonna do. And so it really is about owning.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the wellness comes in, right? That
Mm-hmm.
you can choose. It's not for this person to decide
Yes.
if they're happy or not. I can decide
Yes.
that for myself.
Mm.
That um and I can look for the joy, and sadness and happiness can coexist, right? I can
Yes.
miss this,
Yes.
but I can find joy in the sun shining today. And so
Yes.
there's this it's work um
Yes.
that's constant, like anything that's worth it, right? It's a constant mindfulness and work, but it can be done. And so that's where I'm like, if I can reach women that may be
Mm-hmm.
feeling like I was,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
no, sis, like, wait, what you think, right? Like this thing you're
Yeah.
fixing to get out of, like we could
Yeah.
do something about this. And it may not be, I'm not saying like, oh, leave your marriage, right? Like that, this is
Mm-hmm.
my truth, but it may not be that for you, but you
Yes.
still find yourself in a place you don't want to be. So how do you get out of that, whatever that is for you?
Yes. 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 Yes, Francie. Not the knees. I tell you, when you get a little older, that snap, crackle, pop.
Maybe the person tell you like, whoa, you can't jump like you used to.
Yeah, you can jump, you can run. You got to get yourself together. Help us, Lord. I like this because, like, in our theme of what's going on, this is what's going on. Some people are losing themselves. Some of us have lost ourselves, and like in the day and age of the recent Tisa situation, when you lose yourself, sometimes we settle for anything or we take in. Things that maybe we should not have taken in, right? And we take accountability for the part that we played in it. But once
Mhm,
we're able to pull up our bootstraps, and say, okay, enough is enough. Let me get out of it. How can I find my happy? How can I find my peace?
mhm.
Whew, that's a
And
good
the
feeling.
freedom, there's so much freedom in owning that for yourself.
Yes,
I
yes,
found so much freedom in saying like, wait, like I don't have to give you that energy.
yes,
Like, and I
yes.
don't have to wait for you to change. I don't have to wait for you to
Mm-hmm.
see me.
Yes,
I can be the change.
yes. I love it. I love it. Another thing you do is this piece of empowering and wellness, because to lose yourself, you got to get a little healing going on. But now I'm on the rise of wellness. What does that empowering wellness look like?
It looks like saying I can do hard things. It looks like not like empowerment for some, right? May come
Mm-hmm.
across like this hurrah, all the fluff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
empowerment looks like this is hard, this is
Mhm,
uncomfortable,
mhm,
but I'm
mhm.
gonna do it because I know that I'm worth this work.
Ah,
It's empowering. So
yes,
empowering wellness is not just, and some people, they hear happy and it's like, yeah, yeah, like, no, this is not a fleeting feeling happy.
yeah,
It's a state of being happy.
mhm,
And so empowering wellness is owning spiritual, emotional, mental, right? Like owning the work. And like
mm,
I said, it's daily. So it's empowering yourself, is finding the power in owning that for yourself and claiming it and not
huh,
letting it go. Like not letting anything shake you from that, because we
yeah,
need to be whole, we need to be well to
mhm,
show up
mhm,
for it, which is how I connected to purpose, right? To show up
yeah,
for purpose and to be effective and to really reach the people that are assigned to us.
mm. Oh, oh, you're hurting us, but you're hurting us good because, like she said, taking accountability is so difficult to do, right? So if I want to be empowered, if I really want to be well, if I want to be like loose of what it is that's trying to bind me, not trying to help me to, fulfill my purpose,
Mhm. I
I
have an
gotta,
accountability partner. Like
yeah,
it's all those things. It's setting yourself up for success. It's knowing you're not
yeah,
gonna do it, although you own it.
mm-hmm.
It's for like we grow better together is my business model. So
I
it's
love
not just doing it for yourself,
it. Mm-hmm.
to yourself, for yourself. Just no, it's a community. It's we grow better together. It's shout out to Jess Brown, my accountability partner, right? It's
Yes.
having that friend to call up, like, girl, I don't know what, like say a prayer. I don't know what's going on. It's sometimes just like, did you do that thing you was gonna do? Like, did you make that?
Mhm.
How that goes?
Mhm.
Follow up, like,
Mhm.
it's a text, like just checking in. When we gonna
Yes.
connect this week to whether it's venting,
Yes.
crying, praying,
Yes.
new goals, like whatever it is, it's being accountable to you and really owning your stuff.
Mm.
Like, I feel like if we can get out of other people's comments and worrying about what other people are doing and just own our stuff, we'd be in a better place.
I gotta bring a teacup next time. Because we get caught up in comments and it's crazy. Because we could see it so clearly in other people's situations. But when we turn that mirror on ourselves, we're like, wait, ooh,
Yeah,
what? No, let me turn it back to them. But like you said, we have to have that. We want to have that accountability partner, that person that we could go to that could hold us accountable. Didn't you
mhm,
say you was gonna do X, Y, and Z? Why are you not doing A, B, and C? What
mhm.
about BBD? East Coast family. You need somebody to hold you accountable to do those things that you're set out to do. I'm good for holding somebody accountable. And then when they
Mhm.
try to hold me accountable, I'm like, what you doing? I
Right.
have to be able to take what I'm dishing. So I
Yes.
love that you have that partner that's able to help you as you also help them.
Yes, and they can tell me when I'm overthinking, when I'm like, I
Mhm.
think you're doing too much.
Yes.
Right, you're right. All
Yes.
right.
But
Let
you
me
got to be
step.
able to open up.
Yes, yes, and this like another popular, like there's a lot of catchphrases and stuff
Mhm.
that I'm probably guilty of using some myself because like I know what I mean behind it, but like
Mhm.
authenticity, that's another like
Yes.
buzzword that's
Yes.
been big over the past few years. But I'm like, you can't be authentic without transparency and vulnerability.
Hmm.
Gonna hold, put like, oh, I'm my true authentic self. Like, are you?
Yes.
Because
Talk about
that
it.
takes transparency, that takes opening up, that takes being vulnerable, right? Good, bad, ugly.
Good,
Um,
bad, ugly.
yes. And then not just good, bad, ugly, and like, well, that's just who I am. Like, well, I'm just not going to
Mm.
change because this is me. Like, no, sis, let's grow. Like, let's do better.
Yes.
Like, when you see the ugly, like, okay, what are we going to do about that? Right? Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
you know, you got an attitude. Stop saying that. You get that from your mama. Like, okay, but like, is this how you want to show up? Is this who you
Yes.
want to be? And
Yes.
rather than saying and it's that mirror talk, right?
Mhm.
Rather
Mhm.
than saying, I feel vulnerable, right? Acknowledge
Mhm.
I feel vulnerable. This puts me on the defense, right? I'm easily offended. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna come off this way,
Uh-huh.
right? And say and hide it behind that's how I
Uh-huh.
go because I come from a strong whatever. Yeah, but the reality is, right? Like that's not how you want to show up, but you're scared to
Ooh.
be your true authentic self.
Ooh.
Are those hard conversations I think that we need to start to have in the We Grow Better Together in the
Yes.
conversations like this. I appreciate this platform. Is because you can see like, okay, it's not just me, and maybe I
Mhm.
can't let my guard down, and maybe I can
Yes.
find somebody to be real
Yes.
with, right? And then you discover who you really are.
Mm.
You are true and authentic self through that vulnerability and transparency. And it's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah. Period. She's beautiful.
Period.
Beautiful. And I love platforms like this too. Swag her. Be sure to like, follow, comment, share, friends, because there's some good conversation going on here. Uh, because so many times we also suffer in silence, right? We
Mhm.
think we're the only ones going through, but platforms like this, chats like this, hard truths meeting, I love a tough talk, because it is what it is. We have to have it. Life is one of life. This would have to be what we're going to do. But it helps somebody else to know, hey, I'm not by myself. And if she can make it through, so can I. And guess what? Whoever's listening and watching, you can make it through whatever it is that you're going through.
Yes. Yes.
You can.
There's something else you thought, like use your own story, like
Hmm.
embrace your story, right? There's
Yes.
something you thought you wouldn't make it through that you did. Remind yourself of that. Like you're resilient. You got through that. Like so this
Yes.
hard thing right now, you can
Mm.
get through that too.
You could get through that too. I love it. Mm. So, Jamie, you're also a mental health coach, right?
Yes.
Mental wellness advocate and
Mhm.
coach as well. What made you get into that? Because we don't always talk about the mental health aspect, and that's right in my lane because I like to normalize the importance of us addressing it. So,
Yeah.
tell me how you got into that.
It was really from my story I shared earlier, my finding myself in an unhealthy place and
Mhm.
depression in this dark cloud that I
Yeah.
walk around with right underneath the smile. And just releasing, like being able to find healing through that and releasing the shame and the like just getting it out there. Like my book is I won't say like a tell all. It's my
Mhm.
business. It's like, But it was so freeing, which is why I help women in that space now. Like it was so freeing to just be like, this is it. Like this is what it was, y'all. Whether you like it or not, right? It was very therapeutic and healing. Um, this is what it was, and this is who I was, and this is who I am now. This is how I've grown. And doing that work and then holding on to, like I said, it's you never want to let go of that freedom and that empowerment that you find in that space of healing and wellness. And so it's taking that and saying, okay, it can get better, and I'm going to own this, and I'm going to live out this every day. Right? I know that I have anxiety, and anxiety can be right here if I don't check it, right? Or sometimes I got to be like, okay, come on, like where are we going? Like you're just gonna have to come with me because
Man.
I'm on assignment, right? Like, and I can't let you stop me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's the overthinking. It's the like. It's not that I love. I'm still Jamie,
Hmm.
um, but I'm a better version of. And I'm looking over here because I'm like, I love her. Like, I'm just a better version of
Yes.
the me that got me here, right? And I thank her
Hmm.
for all that she went through in those tough times and those hard times, even the mistakes she made, because I serve a God that works all things together
For
for
my
my
good.
and he absolutely did. Like he's not surprised. He wasn't like, oh, you cheated, like now I can't use you. He's like, no,
Mm,
I'm gonna use that
mm.
too.
Come on.
So that's where I coach from as far as mental wellness and
Yes.
just being able to really get out of your head, out of
Hmm.
your and embrace the
Hmm.
journey.
I love it. I love it. In that, you shared about your book, Author My Piece of Happy, a self-love journey to happiness, purpose, and lifestyle success. Tell us about your book and how people can get it and why they need to get it.
Yes, so that you could get into all this good. It's not just a regurgitating of my story, like this, then
Mm-mm.
I did this, then I did that, but
Hmm.
it's how it started. And maybe you'll find yourself there. There's reflection pages after each chapter.
Uh-huh.
So it's a conversation with the reader like this, like we're talking, and you're like, okay, it's not that for me, but it's this thing over here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So you're kind of going reflecting on your own journey as I'm sharing mine. And then
Gotcha.
how it's going, like it gets better. You're like, okay, these are some practical tips and techniques and lifestyle success tips, in addition to a Kickstart guide at the back on how you can start to apply these things to your own
Hmm.
life, whether it's conversations in the company you keep or how to just get into lean more into your purpose and greater lifestyle. So yeah, and it's Barnes& and Noble, Amazon, Walmart, on the website,
Yeah.
wherever.
It's Barnes& Amazon, Walmart, y'all friends. We are coming on the end of the first quarter of the year. March is about to be over in no time. It's the 12th already. I don't know how that happened.
Yep.
Um, but you're like, as we're preparing for our year, or we're setting up the rest of the year, what it is that we're looking for, you want to have a piece of happy. This sounds good. This self-love journey to happiness, purpose. Because that self-love is the part that's getting me, right? Because we're being kind to ourselves. Because
Yes.
when we're finding out our purpose, it's not always fun. It's like, you want me to do what? I gotta do what? I
Right.
gotta give up what?
Yes. It's so fulfilling though. It's so
Yes,
fulfilling.
yes,
You
yes,
can find that part of it when you can lean into it enough to
yes.
say, "Wait, this comes back," right? And
Mhm.
that it's not about I have to give and empty the cup. It's
Yeah,
about when I give my cup, it's like this little, I always picture this little like funnel coming out. Like it's just
yes.
constantly like God's gonna keep giving you so that you can keep giving out.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
This overflow. So yeah,
Yes,
it's
I like
really,
it.
really, really want to lean into.
But in that of, you getting to give to others, make sure that you're still taking a moment for yourself.
Absolutely.
Because we
Absolutely.
forget ourselves trying to help the whole world. It goes back to that drop we were talking about, right? Trying to get that last drop. So again, making sure that we're also friends.
Filling, so that
Yeah.
just if you think serve out of overflow, then you should be mindful that you have
Mhm.
to fill the cup up for it to overflow.
Come
And
on.
that's where we want to savor. That's where we want to apply things like mindfulness, right? That's where we
Mhm.
want to make sure that we're having kind conversations with ourselves.
Yes.
Courageous yet kind.
Courageous, like kind. Like, oh, you could do that.
So that you can own your truths. Like have go through your check-ins. I do midweek check-ins on Wednesday with the
Mhm.
community, just as a
Yeah.
reminder, but you could do them whenever, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Reset whenever. And
Yeah.
just again, never over because you're using your past, your experience, you're using, I don't call it failure, but you're using what didn't work and that
Mhm.
experience you gain from that to
Yeah.
be the next time. And so we just
Mm-hmm.
start whenever we need. It's March, like you said, maybe you had some goals for the new year and you're like, I done fell off already. Just hit
Mm-hmm.
that button, start again. Whatever you did that didn't work, don't do it again. And if you do it again, right, hit the reset button when that like don't make it too hard.
Yes.
Enough, right? To be easy on yourself.
Yes. Mm.
Forgive yourself and give yourself grace.
Mm.
Um,
Courageous yet kind. That was good.
because yeah, we can't be too nice, right? It's like you don't want that yes friend that says yes to everything. It's not gonna
Yes.
be like,
Yes.
check me when I need to be checked. And
Mm-hmm.
so we have to learn, right, to check ourselves, have those hard conversations like, man, why
Yes.
did I do that? Like, why am I letting this thing bother me? Or why? And the why, right? In order to, because we control a lot more than we think,
Hmm.
step back from the offense. Maybe it's not that person. Like,
Yes.
why was I so easily offended by that?
Mm-hmm. Come
And
on.
what work do I need to do, right? So that that doesn't phase me the next time, so that I can be unbothered and not just say it.
Yes. I
Mhm.
like it. Self-awareness.
Yes, yes. Don't lie to yourself now. Be honest and get and do the work.
Because like you said, sometimes it really is me. I was like, wait, it's me? They broke up because it's me? I know it's the fifth person, but it was me? I thought it was them.
Yes.
Self-awareness is important, friends. Also, friends, y'all be sure to find Jamie on Facebook by searching My Piece of Happy. You can follow her on Instagram. I'm about to say IG, Instagram, IG, same family. At My Piece of Happy. Get that Wednesday check-in tomorrow. We might need that check-in. It's like a friend. Do you have your piece of happy yet? You can visit the website at www.mypieceofhappy.com. What do you feel like is next for My Piece of Happy?
Oh, so many things in the works, but I do have a well, I won't I don't know what I want to what I want to put out there.
Tell them to just
Just
visit the website.
stay connected.
Oh, it's coming soon. We got you. We got you.
Yes. That I would just say stay connected because now my sister will be like, "What you said?" So,
But and let me tell you about that accountability partner. You think they ain't watching. And I'm like, hey, Jamie, I heard you on Tuesday, March 12th at 7 something talking about you was doing X, Y, and Z. What is happening?
that's self love what I just did there because I'm like, if I put that out there, right, then I'm gonna feel like so. Yeah, it's just coming soon. There's stuff coming, and
Yeah.
we're always a space of encouragement, motivation, empowerment. So you're gonna get something good, whether it's the podcast, the book, or midweek check in. Like you're gonna get something good if you stay connected.
I love it. I love it. What is something that you want us to walk away with?
That you are enough already. Enough already. We get in a headspace of just lack and not enough. You have everything you need. You are enough already. So if you're in a place where you think you don't, just do an assessment, right? That self-awareness and really make sure you're doing a good inventory of your gifts and what you do have because you do have more than you think. And you're equipped. You've been equipped from before your mother's womb with everything you need for your purpose. And so be empowered in that purpose and seeking it out, identifying your gifts and showing up.
Mm. I hope you guys took notes. If you didn't, be sure to watch this live again because there was so many nuggets dropped. Don't lose yourself. That self-care, that self-love, courageous yet kind.
Yes.
Please just check it out. Just check it out. Be sure to also follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like us so that you know every time we're dropping something new and sharing something in the community. Follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube so that you are always in the know when we go live or share some things. You know, we're always sharing some posts. Be sure to drop some comments to the surveys that we give out and just show us love. We show you back love here at Swag Her. I am your host, Jen Cares. It has been a blast. Y'all be sure to tune into our next episode. It's coming soon. You guys have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye.